For you parents, McDonald's has pasta dinners. Lots of spaghetti with delicious meatballs.
Fast food has evolved immensely over the years. Some changes have been monumental, while others have been monumental fails. So let's press rewind and look at the 10 biggest fast food fails from the year you were born. Part 2. Taco Bell's Bell Beefer, 1970s.
In the mid-70s, Taco Bell hit us with the Bell Beefer. It was everything you loved about a taco, but on a burger-style bun.
Let us travel back in time all the way to the swingin' 1970s. Back then, just like today, Taco Bell was known for tacos. I mean, it's right there in the name. So when you hit up the bell and sink outside the bun, that's exactly what you're looking for, something other than a burger. Therefore, it should come as little surprise that Taco Bell's Bell Beefer, otherwise known as a Sloppy Joe-style burger, was less than a resounding success. Introduced to the TB roster in the 70s, the Bell Beefer seems like a menu item with an identity crisis.
This is weird. Why don't you tell me your name?
Is it a taco? Is it a burger? Is it a taco burger? Is it a sloppy Joe? What is it? Specifically, this item consisted of taco meat, lettuce, onions, and mild Taco Bell sauce on a hamburger bun. Wait, this doesn't sound so bad. Well, these chili burgers, as they were originally introduced, did not exactly sell like hotcakes. Quite the opposite, and because of poor sales, the Bell Beefer was retired from the menu. While the dish began being phased out from the menus in the 1980s, it was officially discontinued in the 1990s. Jack in the Box's Frings, late 1970s.
I just had my first Fring, and my taste buds will never be the same again.
A crossover dish can be a resounding success or an epic failure. In the case of Jack in the Box's Frings, we're gonna have to go with epic failure for this one. A mix between onion rings and French fries. In theory, this sounds like a match made in heaven. But in practice, the match was not so heavenly after all. The Jack in the Box experimental side order was a carton of onion rings/fries introduced in the late 1970s.
Why have the same old thing? Have a Fring.
But then, by the early 1980s, it was gone like the wind. Frings didn't make it to mainstream success, although, just like B-list monster movies, they did acquire a cult-like following. Other restaurants introduced their own versions of Frings to their menus, but as far as trying to head over to Jack in the Box to get your hands on Frings, you'd be out of luck. And approximately 4 decades too late. Pizza Hut's Priazzo, 1980s.
God, I wish we had a Pizza Hut in South Park.
Much like a celebrity, Pizza Hut may be known worldwide, but one thing that it did not get right was the Priazzo rollout in the 80s. Priazzo, a made-up Italian word, was advertised as being very special Italian pies. These special pies, which were in development for 2 years, consisted of 2 layers of dough with the works: pepperoni, mushrooms, onions, spinach, ham, bacon, tomatoes, and a whole pound of cheese. Oh my! While the Hut may have labeled the Priazzo a pie, everyone else thought it was more like a mixture between pizza, quiche, and lasagna.
My pizza never hurt nobody. Come again, sir?
And while you could ask for toppings to be taken off your Priazzo, changing or substituting toppings was a strict no-no. So why did Pizza Hut retire this not really pizza dish? Simply put, it took too long to make. 40 minutes too long, in fact. And in a business where time is money, the Priazzo proved too costly for Pizza Hut to continue serving. R.I.P. Priazzo. Although we may not know exactly what you were, you are still sorely missed. McDonald's Cheddar Melt, late 1980s.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
The McDonald's Cheddar Melt was a quarter-pounder in a teriyaki glaze with caramelized onions and cheddar cheese sauce, all enclosed on a rye bun. McDonald's added the Cheddar Melt for a limited time to its menu in the late 80s and then removed it as a menu item the same year. It made a few comebacks, but still, the same thing goes for the Cheddar Melt's return in 2002. It was re-released on the menu and subsequently removed from the same menu during that same year.
Why?
It also reappeared in Wisconsin in 2014, which makes sense given how fond Wisconsin is of cheese. Now that's an understatement. This cheesy McDonald's menu has its own Facebook group with 300+ members begging the Golden Arches to bring it back. There is strength in numbers, so maybe if this FB group gets a few more members on board, they'll have a shot of getting the cheddar melt back. But until then, it looks like this cheesy Mickey D's item will have to stay in retirement, at least a little while longer. Burger King's BK Dinner Baskets, early 1990s.
Welcome to Burger King. Plain grilling since 1954. Can I interest you in a Whopper?
Burger King introduced BK dinner baskets way back in the early 90s in an attempt to make the resto a bit more upscale. Between the hours of 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., Burger King offered table service. Patrons would enjoy kernel after kernel of free popcorn while they waited for their fast food to arrive at a casual dining pace. The actual feature attraction, though, the BK dinner basket, consisted of a main item such as a Whopper, steak sandwich, or crispy chicken fillet, served with your choice of either French fries or a baked potato, and once again, your choice between a side salad or coleslaw. Sounds fantastic. So what happened?
You can get it to go if you want to eat it in your car and cry.
Well, since one of the best things Burger King has going for it is the speed in which the food is served, this new hybrid model of dining out did not catch on. It's all good though. With little risk comes little reward, so it was worth a shot. But still, irrespective of how inspired the move may have been, it still was a fail that landed the BK attempt a spot on this list. Taco Bell's BLT Soft Taco, 1995.
Here's your taco, mister. Whoops, fell in the fryer. I'll get it out. Oh! Oh!
The year was 1995, and Taco Bell just released the BLT Soft Taco. Ah yes, the BLT Soft Taco. It is exactly as it sounds, and yet it failed. But it did so gracefully. Taco Bell launched a series of 3 bacon-based items on its menu, including a Chicken Club burrito, a bacon cheeseburger burrito, and finally the BLT Soft Taco. As it turns out, TB was just trying to keep up with the Joneses, aka the other fast food restaurants out there, as they were all introducing bacon-infused items onto their regular menus. The BLT Soft Taco was sold for an astounding 99 cents. It was hella affordable and, by all stretches of the imagination, delicious. So what happened?
Here's your taco, sir.
I don't want it.
Well, the entire sizzling bacon menu failed. By the following year, the sizzling bacon menu is a thing of the past. The reason for the flop was that apparently Taco Bell couldn't get the bacon right. Complaints were constantly being made by customers claiming that the bacon was either undercooked or overcooked. There's a valuable lesson in this fail. Sometimes it's best to just stay in your lane. McDonald's McSalad Shakers, the year 2000.
Freeze! Vegan police! Vegan police!
Introduced in the year 2000, McSalad Shakers were a great idea in theory, but once again, in practice, they just didn't pan out. The McSalad Shakers were basically salads on the go that were served in plastic cups. You could shake the salad to your heart's content, getting dressing on every last piece of the lettuce. There were 3 McSalad Shakers to choose from, including the Chef McSalad Shaker, the Chicken Caesar McSalad Shaker, and the Garden McSalad Shaker. The Chef McSalad Shaker had ham, turkey, cheddar and jack cheese, eggs, tomato, and green onions, making it a hearty meal choice. Next, there was the Chicken Caesar McSalad Shaker, which was basically a green salad with grilled chicken slices and Parmesan cheese. And finally, the Garden McSalad Shaker was a green salad with chopped egg, tomatoes, green onions, and a cheddar and jack cheese blend. So what went wrong?
Who goes to McDonald's and orders a salad?
Well, to put it simply, McDonald's discontinued the item to create space for salads in a bowl. So the McSalad Shakers acted as a kind of opening act to the feature presentation. And we guess that's cool, but the McSalad Shakers are still considered a fail by many. They didn't take off, and they went into a state of permanent hibernation in 2003. They did eventually evolve into bowl form, but the McSalad Shaker itself? Fail. Domino's Oreo Dessert Pizza, 2007.
Oreos. Man, I love this.
When you think Domino's, what do you see? We see pizza. Lots and lots of delicious, cheesy pizza. But what if we told you that Domino's is also responsible for some pretty interesting other menu items, such as the Oreo dessert pizza? Say what? Well, hopefully you'd believe us because it's true. Back in 2007, Domino's decided to introduce a new dessert that failed.
You really think so?
The Oreo-laden dessert had a thin crust, layers of vanilla sauce, and Oreo cookie crumbles all over the place. Oh yeah, and who can forget the icing drizzled on top, like everywhere. It was available for $3.99 with any purchase, but the great price point and the original concept wasn't enough to get people to buy the dessert. Why, you ask? Great question. Word on the internet is that the Oreo dessert pizza was way too sweet. Apparently, it was also too chewy and just overall unappealing. Yikes! While technically still a pizza, the Oreo dessert pizza strays far from Domino's usual cheese-infused pizza. We give them an A for effort, but ultimately, this idea got an F. Taco Bell's Blackjack Taco, 2009.
Blackjack taco.
With pepper jack sauce.
At 89 cents a pop, you would think that Taco Bell's Blackjack Taco would hold so much more promise, but alas, it did not. The year was 2009. Kanye West had just interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the VMAs, and Farmville was all the rage with the kids. Taco Bell decided to put the Blackjack Taco onto their Why Pay More value menu. The highlight of the taco was the black shell, filled with beef, pepper jack sauce, lettuce, and 3 different cheeses. In theory, a glorious idea, but in practice, an unmistakable mistake.
Customers were spooked when this one disappeared.
The evidence? Well, the Taco Bell Blackjack Taco would literally turn your waist green, leading you to make an emergency call to the doctor that is equal parts alarming as it is comical. It would appear as though the only value the Blackjack Taco could provide was being a punchline somewhere down the line. And well, no one wants that reputation, now do they? Not even a taco. Friendly's Grilled Cheeseburger Melt, 2010.
You'll never want to stop eating it. And in theory, you never could.
Raising more questions than even Lady Gaga's meat dress that she sported in 2010 is perhaps this item released the same year, the Friendly's Grilled Cheeseburger Melt. Much like Gaga's wild dress, the Grilled Cheeseburger Melt brought on a lot of attention from the public. ABC News reported on the release of the wildly outrageous meal due to its possible health implications. The Grilled Cheeseburger Melt is exactly as it sounds, a burger with lettuce, mayo, and tomato sandwiched in between 2 grilled cheese sandwiches.
You're not dreaming.
Now that's a mouthful. The negative backlash to the very large sandwich could potentially be why this monstrosity of a meal was removed from Friendly's menu. And the word is that it was pulled pretty quickly. Despite being officially taken off of the Friendly's menu, this item has almost become a cult classic for the brave foodies out there. There are tons of versions of this recipe online so that those who missed out on the Grilled Cheeseburger Melt's brief stint can recreate the short-lived failed magic. But if you do make this meal at home, prepare at your own leisure and eat at your own risk. Stay right here and tap or click another great video. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.